everybody, I'm back in the studio. This is Carole Irby-Gray painting in Slidell, Louisiana. We're continuing to paint on the Venetian Carnival window. You can see that I've got quite a few of the little characters. I'm calling them characters now because they're going to develop unique personalities. And you can see that I've got them blocked in. I'm going to be working on this one right here now. And I think what I'll do is I'll just come ahead here and basically I'm trying to figure out if this camera that I'm using is going to be working all right. And it's kind of hard for me to hold it and paint, and I can't really tell. It's one of these reversible iPhone 6s, and I can't tell exactly what I'm showing on the other side. You know, right here. I might be shooting up here, I might be shooting over here. But this is the character that we're painting. And I've got my black mixed up here, and I've got some copper and some gold. And you can see right here on the top of this character that's kind of like an alligator. He's got some bronze coming around here, and he's got a darker color. I'm going to go ahead and spread this over the bridge of the snout. Go ahead and spread this down. We're just making a quick pass to get some color on here now. Don't worry about if you get out of line or if it's not really blended, because you know I'm going to come back and do all that, the highlights and the lowlights as we move along. So watching this guy there, I'm going to take this black right here and I'm going to mix some blue in it. I'm not sure if I've told you the story about black is a void of color and it loses its luster. Always mix some green or blue or something with it. So I'm going to go ahead here and paint his eye right here, and go ahead and just put that in there while we're at it. Okay, normally I paint one area of painting and I don't jump all over the painting. I teach my students to be consistent so that you will have the right tones and values and perspective and not to jump around the canvas. But since I have this eye here and this eye here and this eye here and these two eyes up here, and they're all in the black shades, I'm going to go ahead and fill that in while I have this paint on my brush. That would be foolish to not do that. So blending that in, go ahead and blend it in right here. You see that I've got all my eyes and outlines and everything sharpied in with the black permanent ink Sharpie. Okay, I think what I'll do is go ahead, since I have black on the brush, looking right here at her scarf, go ahead and fill that in. And I'm going to dab just a little bit of water on my brush so that it spreads out more smoothly. I don't like things to be caked up. That's one thing I'm looking. The whole time I'm painting, I'm looking to see if anything is caked up. And I am a stickler for removing the cakes. Okay, I can't stand paint that's caked up. That's why it's hard for me to be an impressionistic painter, because I was trained in realism, and I'm trying to loosen my style and relax a little bit, and I got some unique things going on that I will be teaching you and showing you when I get that upstairs studio fixed that's on the 3rd floor here. But for right now, I'm just painting in the kitchen. Okay, in Slidell, Louisiana. That's where I reside and I live. Okay, so let's see here. So now let's get back on this character right here that we're painting on. I'm calling them characters because they're taking on unique personalities. They're not just going to be a carnival mask. They are going to tell a story, each one of them. And that's what good painters do. They tell stories. And I'm telling the story of this carnival window in Venice, Italy, from an original photograph that I photographed while on vacation there. I have thousands of pictures. I have enough pictures from my travels to just paint probably forever. So that's an awesome experience to have been so fortunate that I have been able to travel and took pictures and everything. Okay, so now what I'm doing, you know, we're right here. So I'm going just to start to smudge this around a little bit and make this a little darker down here and picking up a little more paint and coming back around. Okay, don't worry that it's not blended at this point. I'm going to come back with some fluorescent yellow, probably right there, and kick it up a notch with some fluorescent yellow on it. Okay, so now let's go on up to the top up here and the top part. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash my brush. Remember this morning I said you don't always have to wash your brush because the colors are very, very similar and all. And but anyway, I'm going to wash the brush there because when I get back up here on the top here, I'm going into these copper tones, coppers and golds. So I'll just make a pass across the top here. And as you can see, always paint in the direction that something goes or grows. And you can see right here that that's going up or down. You wouldn't go sideways. Okay. Now I'm going to dab a little bit of the copper. I'm going to grab a little bit of the white because I do see some highlighted areas here over his eye there and right down the center and even over this eye right here. And a little bit of gold up in there. Okay. And we just keep pulling along. Painting is so relaxing. I've taught a lot of students, a lot of people, some really good painters. They've won a lot of ribbons and awards and things. Most, kids, teens, adults. But for the last 14 years, I was teaching just mostly adults. The last 9 years, let's say, after my husband died. Okay, so you can see how I'm moving on. Let's get to the bottom of the snout down here, and let's add a little bit of highlight down here. Okay, and that's gonna go back up in here. Okay, I'm gonna add some light color here. I'm gonna go ahead up here. I hope you can see me. I'm going to have to get some GoPros. Get some GoPros, that's the plan. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to go see Larry Casso, my teacher from Baton Rouge Fine Arts Academy, and see how he has his camera set up. He's an awesome guy. He will, I'm sure, he would share any information with me that he could. He's that awesome. Okay, so you can see that I'm moving right along. I think what I'll do is just go ahead and put this paint right here on these teeth while I'm here, since I have some left on my brush. Okay, the one thing about the phone, if I were sending a snippet of video to someone, through a phone, you can't go longer than a minute. But since I'm putting it on YouTube, I'm gonna see how long I can. This 8 minutes. I have no idea if I can upload an 8-minute video on YouTube. So what I will do. Actually, what I'll do, I get this little bit of white in here. And I think what I will do is cut it off. And we'll come back. We'll see. We'll see. I'll go to YouTube and see what it looks like, see if it uploaded. Okay, painting in Slidell, Louisiana with Carole Irby-Gray. Painting my Venetian Carnival window from an original photograph taken in Venice, Italy.